Hi, I'm Shane Edwards, and today my presentation will be on the student loan debt and how much I believe it should be going down, because it's a huge thing going on in the world, and I think that changes need to be made ASAP. So student loan debt has reached insane levels in the US, with 43 million Americans carrying an estimated 1.5 trillion in federal student debt and 119 in private student loans. Just look at those numbers. That are insane to think that so many people are living with a percentage of that debt. Just hearing that number is just so crazy to think about how many people are actually paying that instead of, having any help, financial help. And if they can't find any, then it's all on them. This all started in 1840s when student loans were offered to students attending Harvard University. Now, that was the first college that they ever started at that long ago, and it is 2020. And there hasn't been any changes between then and now. This puts a huge financial burden on a lot of families that might not have or make a lot of money. Also, think about those single parents that have to raise 1, 2, or 3 or more kids by themselves, and imagine how much money they're gonna have to pay to send their kids to college if they want to go. That's just pretend if you have 1 kid, now times that by 3. That's a lot of money that you're gonna have to save up throughout the years to send them all, and especially if they don't get scholarships or they don't get anything like that. Student debt has been around for a long time, and all it is doing is getting worse, and no one is doing a thing about it. Student loan debt had more than doubled over a decade. It hit 1.3 trillion in 2017. This is more than double the 547 billion in student loan debt that was outstanding in 2007. 547 billion. That is insane. Also, as you can see, it just keeps going up and has been on that same track for a very long time. Even on one of the graphs in my visual aids on my presentation, you can just see it. It's just straight up. It hasn't stopped or slowly went up. It is just completely going up. As well as this hurts so many families a lot, because some families just can't pay. They just, when the time comes and all 3 of their kids want to go to college, all that money is just going to add up, and in the end, you're either going to be out of your house, you're going to be bankrupt. They're gonna just make you pay it as long as you live, and then your kids, when they'll have to make money, they're gonna have to pay it off as well. The government has been trying to get bills and new laws passed and helping out with the debt and having new ways of going about paying school debt. They keep trying to push new ways, but as right now, there's just nothing new happening. And with all the stuff in my presentation with the visual aids and stuff, you'll see how on the graph, it could take up to 10 years for some kids to pay off their debt, or more, depending on where they go to college. I mean, depending on in-state and out-of-state schools, it's just amazing to see how much money that really gets put into all that. But thank you for listening to my presentation.